think what's not being talked about is so many of these men, their frame of reference for what it is to be a woman is based on particularly brutal pornography.
The kind of porn he watched was, I found a lot of pictures of what looked like teen girls, but may have not been actual teens, but they were meant to look like teenagers. And then I found a lot of men that looked like women. It was all extreme. It was such a shocking experience.
One thing that's very important about the Society of the Spectacle is that once you separate yourself from the body, the stimulation you get from the outside, the spectacle has to always get greater and greater because it gets boring. This is one reason that pornography keeps getting more and more extreme, because when someone interacts with pornography, they're not interacting with a living human being. Other beings are infinitely complex, and so you don't ever have to get bored because there's always more stuff you can learn in a relationship. But if you're interacting with something flat, if you're interacting with pornography, it has to get more because it just gets boring.
Beginning around the 1950s and 1960s, BDSM-themed magazines featuring men dressed as women began to appear in the United States. One such example of this is Letters from Female Impersonators, which was being published by Nutrix, the very same company that was also putting out bondage, erotica, and pornography of Betty Page at the time. In Letters from Female Impersonators, men submit photos of themselves dressed as women, usually in underwear, sometimes in bondage. Within some of these letters, you can clearly see this escalation, starting from social contagion, or maybe they have heard about this practice from other men who did it. And in some cases, they have said that it motivated them to begin cross-dressing in public full-time.
I went to check my Facebook page one night and I used his laptop that was in the living room, and I went to get on my account and I noticed that an account was already open and it had a female profile and a female name. And then I looked a little closer and realized that it was his account. He was talking about our sex life and how boring it was. Well, after I found his Facebook page, I went and I searched through the house, specifically the room that he had his computer in, because I thought there's no way there's nothing. Where I thought there were spare computer parts and what have you, I started pulling out lingerie, clothes, shoes, sex toys. It was a sizable pile. I found a lot of gay websites where you would meet other gay men. And then I found different female names that he used on different websites. I found pictures of him dressed like a woman. And he put videos of himself on there dressed like a woman.
I had a sixth sense that something was not right. He was going out to the gay clubs by himself until the early hours. We're talking 5 o'clock, sometimes 8 o'clock in the morning. I knew something was up and I got on his computer. He was dancing with other trans people in ways that I thought were really inappropriate, totally not okay for a monogamous marriage. He was kissing other people. He was posing really suggestively with kind of older men. From what it looked like was about to go on after they put the camera down, I was pretty confident that he was cheating.
He would just go off when he wanted to do some of his filming or meet like-minded men. I didn't know then that he had a separate premises where he could live quite comfortably and indulge in his interest in pornography. There were lights set up as though, filming was going to happen any moment. Makeup, thousands and thousands of photographs. I just had the breath knocked out of me at that time. I couldn't at first take it all in.
Now, there are a variety of pornography genres that are associated with the transgender movement and even have been implicated in the desire to medically transition, particularly for men. One such genre is known as sissy hypno, which is short for sissification hypnosis.
This is so funny that I'm describing my porn habits to the New York Public Library. JOI being jerk-off instructions, so where the woman is telling you what to do, or breaking the fourth wall. It is a radical feminist's worst nightmare. Like, I would get in bed with my girlfriend, turn out the lights, we'd go to sleep, and then I would go to the bathroom and look at sissy porn.
Because if you talk about this, you're ruining the fiction, and the fiction is very immersive for the trans-identified person. It's really precious to them. And so the narrative of the family members or the loved ones becomes forbidden. It becomes something that you're not allowed to say.
I strongly believe that pornography is spreading a social contagion of fetishism, and especially body modification fetishism among men. This is the most extreme form of misogyny because it reduces women entirely to objectified parts and to pornography itself. It is utterly dehumanizing, and it is devastating women's rights on a massive scale.